We're going to make banana French toast, and it's really, really simple. You probably have most of the ingredients on hand already, and when bananas are starting to kind of, you got to use them up, this is a perfect way to use them. So sit back, relax. We just have a jam-packed show filled with great new breakfast recipes that I think you're really going to enjoy. One more sip of coffee, though, and we'll get this breakfast party going. I love recipes where you basically can make them ahead of time, especially when you're having guests, because you've got company coming from out of town. You want to be hanging out with the company when they get there, and you certainly don't want to be up at the crack of dawn in the morning making breakfast. So this is one, like I say, make ahead, and you really need to, because it needs to sit in the refrigerator, and you'll see how it all goes together. So I'm going to spray the casserole dish, a nice big one, with cooking spray, because we don't want to be doing the breakfast dishes all morning. And then I'm going to put down over the top, this is just 1 cup of regular old maple syrup, which we always have on hand because the kids do frozen waffles every now and again. Me too. Pancakes, things like that. Okay, so that goes down over the top. Now, I've got some bananas that, again, need using up. So I'm going to take a couple bananas and put them down over this syrup. Just slice them over the top. Bob loves bananas. He has like a banana a day. So I'm always buying bunches of bananas, but it seems like you get to the end of the week and it's like, you got to use up those bananas. Excuse me. Nope, I'm not sick or anything like that. Feeling great. So down goes some of these bananas on the bottom with the syrup. Now I've got a crusty loaf of French bread that we just picked up from the bakery at Festival. And I'm just going to cube it up, and it doesn't have to be perfect, just 1 to 2 inch cubes. My daughter Ireland is a huge breakfast lover. That's really, I think, her favorite meal. So we always try and do a nice breakfast on Sundays for sure, that the whole family can just kind of relax together and make something special. So this is a great Sunday breakfast recipe too. But like I say, sometimes it's nice to surprise the kids with something nice and warm during the week. All right, so I'm going to just kind of scatter. Oh, and it smells so good, by the way. We've got one of these in the oven right now that I'm going to show you, and just wow. All right, so. It's a great way to also use up, if you buy French bread, for, say you're, making soup or stew and you've got some extra that you need to use up, perfect for this. Just kind of throw it around there. There we go. I'm making a big mess, aren't I, Ann? Mm-hmm. So this is one of the big loaves. This is going to serve at least 6 people, and the leftovers actually are great. Thank you, Ann. You can reheat them in the microwave. So if you've got some leftovers, that's a good thing in my book. This is so yummy, it actually would make a nice dessert. Okay, now some more banana over the top. And then we're going to put a great custard mixture together. Get rid of that little brown spot there. Okay, now, I've got 6 eggs The other thing I like about this recipe is that I don't have to be standing there flipping French toast all morning, you know? We have a lot of visitors to our cottage, especially in the summer and fall and over the holidays too. And, you know, everybody's hungry for a big breakfast, it seems. And, you know, sometimes I'm turned into the pancake queen, and I'm sitting there at the griddle for, it seems like forever. So this takes care of that problem. I am the casserole queen, but yeah, Anne's saying, I thought you were the casserole queen. But sometimes I'm also the pancake queen. And I'm like, really? Another one? Can you make shapes? Oh, goodness. All right, now I've got 3 cups of milk. And this is something I do when I am making regular French toast. I add some vanilla, so I thought it would be great to add that. 2 teaspoons of vanilla in this, makes a big batch, and some cinnamon. Alrighty. This egg mixture is going to go right down over the top. And at this point, you're going to cover this with plastic wrap. And while you're doing that, looking for our plastic wrap there, Ann. There we do. Okay, while you're doing that, I like to kind of press down on it a little bit, and that way it'll just, you know, absorb the egg mixture. And you get it into the refrigerator overnight. And you want that bread to kind of absorb the egg and the milk and the cinnamon and the vanilla. And then you take it out of the refrigerator in the morning, right before you're ready to bake. Now, one of the things with this recipe is you need to allow plenty of bake time. You're going to be pulling this casserole out of the refrigerator, and we've talked about this before. Anytime you pull any kind of casserole out of the refrigerator to bake it, it's going to take longer because it's, you know, ice cold than it would be if you were to bake it right away. So this is going to take a good hour or so to bake. And I want to warn you because your gang may be really hungry. So, you know, that's one of the things you might need to get out of bed a little early and preheat the oven and get this, this baby in the oven. It's, like I say, going to take at least a good hour, and then I like to let it rest about 5 to 10 minutes before you cut it. That way you can get some nice, even squares. So, all right, let's say it's morning, and our bread has absorbed the custard, and it's all wonderful. Off goes the plastic wrap, and now we're going to sprinkle this casserole with brown sugar. I use a nice big cup, and this is going to form this great little kind of caramel topping on the top, which is just so yummy. And now I've got some butter, and I'm just going to dot over the top of it. The brown sugar and the butter on the top, like I say, you really won't even need syrup. But I always serve warm syrup with it just in case somebody wants it, but it's just so wonderful as is. So I just take little pieces of butter and dot it. You could even just melt it and pour it on top. That's kind of one more dish to wash. So just kind of dot it over the top. And this goes in to your preheated 350-degree oven, and it takes for about an hour. You're looking for the custard to set, and it won't be, you're not going to see, you know, a liquidy mixture, and it's not going to, you know, be real wiggly on you. It's going to be set up. The top's also going to get nice and golden. Now, if you're into nuts, pecans or walnuts would be also wonderful sprinkled on the top. I would do that, pecans, however you want to say it. you know, kind of think of banana bread. Sometimes you've got walnuts in banana bread, so that would be really delicious. But my kids don't do nuts, so Ann doesn't like nuts either. She's like a big kid. So, all right, let me show you this casserole, because it is a winner. Oh, it puffs up, and it's so pretty. How gorgeous is this? Wow is right. There you go. It's my banana French toast. If you could just smell this right now, you would be making this for sure. Recipes on our website. You can also pick it up at any area Festival Foods.